Meanwhile, at the obligated apartment at Faith's apartment in the living room, Faith's sitting on the couch on her laptop. Till someone knocked on her door. And as she closed the laptop and got up and head to the door and arrived and got it. And it's Crystal. What do you want? We need to talk. And as Crystal came in, by all means come in. And as Faith closed the door, and as they turned and went and sat on the couch. If you come to try to sort things out between me and you, you're wasting your time. I have nothing to say to you. Yeah? Is that the reason to why you joined Mac's singing group? Cause let me tell you firsthand, it's a big mistake, but overall, that's not why I'm here. Then why don't you tell me why you are here? To tell you all about Lucas. Meanwhile, at the Edgewood Studios in the hallway, Abby, Meredith, and Lucas are reading the lyrics on their respective iPads. Just as Oliver came to where they are, and they all saw him. How's Taylor doing? It's gonna take some time, but she'll heal soon. She will. By the way, I forgot to inform you lot. Crystal came to the pub trying to get me to drop the lawsuit. Really? The nerve of that Serena's cow. I mean, that's gotta be a new low even for her. I saw her at the hospital. Look, we all have to be strong and not give in to none of her tactics, because if you ask me, I don't think she's gonna be a threat at all. Meanwhile, at the Grandview Diner in office, Julie and Donald are talking. I'm just gonna put the thing from. Meanwhile, at the Grand Baptist Church in the women's dressing room, Lucy's looking at herself in the mirror in a wedding dress. And as she began feeling her stomach, soon, holding an eye will be a fact. And I, for one, can't wait for that to happen. Soon, someone knocked on the door. And as Carly came in and closed the door and turned and saw her sister who saw her. Wow, you look amazing. And as Carly came to where Lucy is. I know, right? Thanks for coming at short notice. No problem. I'm assuming that I'm gonna be your maid of honor. Unless you feel the same way like Melissa did at her wedding by having a man at her wrong. I'm still going with the traditional dark age. I hope you don't mind carrying the task. No, we're sisters, and I want you to be happy. And I am by marrying the man I love. Meanwhile, in the men's dressing room, Holden's looking in the mirror, fixing his tie. Just as Samuel and Thomas came in. Pretty clever move what you did, asking my sister to marry you today. What do you two want? Why are you in such a rush to marry my daughter? And as Holden turned and faced Samuel and Thomas. You know what? I'm only moments away from becoming your new son-in-law, and it's about time we get this all out in the open. Why do you lot hate me so damn much? Meanwhile, in the courtyard, Jai is sitting on the bench. Till Rachel came to where he is. There you are. Why am I here, Rachel? Why are you here? Alright, to win back the love of your life. And how exactly am I supposed to go about that? I know what you and Lucy share, and I'll be damned to let it go. Meanwhile, in the recreation room, Vanessa came in. And as she thinking, just as she has a flashback back at the conference room at school where her and Andrew are making out. Till they pull away and face each other. What am I doing? You tell me. And as they continue to make out, and as Vanessa pulled Andrew's shirt off, just as he picked her up and led her to the wall, and as he continued to make out with her, just as the flashback in. And as Jeff came in, and Vanessa turned and saw him there. Meanwhile, in the sanctuary, as most of the people are gathering for Lucy and Holden's wedding, let's get to Nate, who came in the room and has a flashback of him and Carly making love. And it's the end, just as Tracy came to where Nate is. Are you having a great dream? That's really cute and all. What do you want, Tracy? Amazing wedding, don't you think? Haven't you caused enough damage already? And as Nate turned and head out, just as Chelsea came to where mom is. Seems my brother told you to go all out on this wedding, just like he did with Melissa and Adams. He truly loves this girl, which is why this wedding must go well, and I'm not interfering if that's what you mean. And let's not forget who really hold the cards in this. Meanwhile, at the Applegate apartment and Faith's apartment in the living room, Faith and Crystal are talking. Are you trying to wind me up here? Because you're doing a hell of a good job. What the hell does Lucas have to do with any of this? I take that he didn't tell you of what we share. Which is what exactly? Lucas was my first true love. You heard me correctly, but that's all in the past, since I'm now married to the most wonderful man on the planet. As Faith realized, you must be the girl he was talking about. You mean when he couldn't resist any charms? Actually, by the way he mentioned you, it seems he's glad to be away from you, and I for one don't blame him. You know what? Perhaps you're right. After all, you're the girl who got my sloppy seconds, so really just why don't you get the hell out of my flat? I will, when I tell you why I'm here. This little fling or whatever you have with Lucas won't last for long. Meanwhile, at the Edgewood Studios in the hallway, Abby, Meredith, Oliver, and Lucas are talking. Wait, didn't you and Crystal used to be together? Used to be, till I find out who she really is. Yeah, that's an understanding. Let's not focus on Crystal here. He's right. We're gonna get this group underway. But we don't have a manager. Wrong, we do. Plus, we have a contract with the Edgewood Studios with Samuel and Rachel and all. What about Faith? I mean, she's still in the group. I don't give a damn what Crystal says. The thing is, she's joining her brother's group, but wants to go forward. And it's Valerie came to where they are. And they all saw her. You lot ready to step in the video room? Meanwhile, at the Grandview Diner in the office, Julie and Donald are surprised by Adam's arrival. And as Donald looks at Julie, perhaps he should know this right now. Will you back off? What do I not know about you, Mom? Look, we were just arguing over it. So will you just give it up already? He's gonna find out in the end. Enough! Start talking. Your mom and I have been having lots of problems. And although you don't see it because you think everything is hunky-dory and all, we can't keep hiding them from you anymore. Dad, I was not born last night, so stop trying to railroad this. You know what? I'm just gonna go out and tell him. It's something what I did long time ago. Go on. Look, you know I love you, Adam, more than anything in this world. And what I did wasn't an easy thing. Oh, for goodness sake, will you let me talk? I am trying my best to say this to our son. Well, I'll get to that part in a minute. I cheated on your father 20 years ago. Oh my God. That's the reason to why you two clearly aren't getting along, but been hiding this for a long while. Yeah, there's more to the story. Of course there's more to this. What do you mean when you stop yourself saying that I'm your son? Is there something I don't know? Yeah, there is. It's about your dad. This guy you see before you, Donald, isn't your father at all. Meanwhile, at the Grand Baptist Church in the women's dressing room, Lucy and Carly are talking. So, how's things going with you? Good. I've been taking some course in college. Oh yeah, how's that going out for you? To be honest, I'm trying to do whatever I can not to think about Ethan. I thought you wanted to move on. How can I when he's here all of a sudden without any warning? I know the feeling. Jack just showed up here as well. But yeah, I get it. We can't let our past get in our way at all. Which is why we need to take control of it. I couldn't agree more. And as Rachel came in and closed the door and turned and saw Lucy and Carly there, who saw her. Carly, you might not have a word with your sister. And as Carly went and left the women's dressing room, with Rachel coming to close the door and turn and face Lucy. Meanwhile, in the men's dressing room, Holden, Samuel, and Thomas are talking. Mate, I for one don't hate anyone at all. Me neither. We just don't know what your game is. Oh, is that so? And as Bobby came in the room and Holden, Samuel, and Thomas saw him, we know that your family has caused enough trouble. Oh, really? You seem not to be that uncomfortable at my promotional party, sucking face with my ex-wife in the closet. You know, I cannot believe you would bring that up if this truth hurts, doesn't it? You know damn well there's more to that story. It's fine, Dad. Yeah, I did kiss your ex-wife, who was your wife, by the way. But in the end, it caused me to lose Yolanda in the process. You should really be thankful for that. Mark my words. I'm gonna find out everything there is about you. And as Thomas and Samuel went and left the men's dressing room, yeah, you do that. And as Bobby turned and followed them, dude, let them go. And as Bobby stopped and closed the door and turned and faced Holden, there's only one person who I don't want here. Meanwhile, in the courtyard, Jack is sitting on one of the benches. Shoulder and Nate came to where he is, and the wife, and he saw both of them. Please tell me you're planning to stop this madness of a wedding. I'm not even sure why myself. Why the hell not? Look, the two of you don't understand at all. It's not, it's dude. She's my sister, and you owe this to her. Maybe you're right, but how exactly am I gonna convince her that Holden's not the right guy for her? Meanwhile, in the recreation room, Vanessa went to where Jeff is, who sent some wrong for her. Is everything alright? Yeah. What are you doing here? I thought you're on restriction. Well, my parents sort of let me come. I hope that's okay. That's more than okay. And as Carly came in the recreation room, and Vanessa and Jeff saw her, Carly, I'll be in the other room. And as Jeff turned and went and left the recreation room, just as Carly came to where Vanessa is everything alright? You sort of left early. Yeah, I had some I need to sort out. Anyways, please excuse me. And as Vanessa went and left the recreation room, just as Victoria came in and saw Carly begin viewing the display at the reception. Nice, isn't it? And as Victoria came to where Carly is, who saw her, what the hell do you want? Now, you know you cannot speak those words like that in here while we're in the Lord's house. I don't give a damn to where we are. Now, what do you want? You and I need to have words. Meanwhile, in the sanctuary, as most of the people are here for Lucy and Holden's wedding, let's get to Chelsea and Tracy who talking. Don't think for 1 second that you can blackmail me about it's keeping you on your toes now, isn't it? You would damage the rest of wrong. Sienna and Erin D is gonna grow up and see you for who you really are. Alright, I get your point. And as Tracy heads to the front, just as Chelsea's iPhone beeps, and she got it and saw a text from Joshua saying, I miss you. Chelsea. And as Chelsea turned and saw Jeff, who went to where she is, and sent some wrong. What is it? Where's your girlfriend? Right here. And as Vanessa came and stood by Jeff while they're facing Chelsea. What's going on? Yeah, I believe that's a great question to ask. And as Tracy came back to where they are, and they all saw her. What is going on? Meanwhile, at the Applegate apartment and Faith's apartment in the living room, Faith and Crystal are talking. Now I know you sound crazy right now. I am trying to look. I don't need your help, nor did I ask for it. You know, you must really hate yourself right now, coming here and making a fool out of yourself. The fact of the matter is, I love Lucas with all my heart, and there's nothing you can say that'll make me change my mind about him. You really don't think I know that by now? Then you wouldn't be here trying to cause problems like it always is, you stupid cow! Fine, I warned you of your chances. You're just gonna have to learn for yourself. Well, maybe I can. In the meantime, and as Faith got up and head to the door and open it and turn and look at Crystal. If you're finished saying whatever it is you gotta say to me, please do one. I have something I need to do. And as Crystal got up and went to where Faith is. Well, goodbye. And as Crystal went and left Faith's flat with her closing the door. And as Crystal thinking in the hallway, she'll learn the hard way. And as she started walking away down the hall. Meanwhile, at the Edgewood Studios in the video room, Abby, Oliver, Meredith, and Lucas all came in and saw the contents of the room. Oh my God, I have never been in a room like this. It's so empty. Actually, we have been in this room. Oh, I completely forgotten. What exactly is this room? According to what Rachel says, many artists use this chamber to train themselves for their upcoming music video. Why don't we give it a try? You lot ready? And as Valerie came to the door, and they all saw. Yeah, we are. And as Valerie in turn closed the door. Right, let's huddle together. And as they all gather in the group. Now look, we have come this far and there's no way we're turning back. We got the tools and everything it takes to make this work. Yeah, we do. Ready? And it's all said. 1, 2, 3, go team! And as Meredith's thinking, I am really nervous. Not to worry, you'll do fine. And as all of them went and took the respected spot as the music video begins. Meanwhile, at the Grandview Diner in the office, Julie, Donald, and Adam are talking. I'm sorry. What did you say? You heard me correctly. Donald's not your father at all. How long have you known this? Yeah, I'm gonna leave you two lot to talk. Wrong! You're not going anywhere, so don't you dare leave. Start talking now. How the hell could it be possible that Donald's not my dad? It's really complicated as you know it. Then why don't you uncomplicate it? I wish it was easy, but it's not. I really don't believe what I'm hearing. My own parents keeping this big ass secret. And as Adam realized, oh my God, now it makes sense. What do you mean? Isn't it obvious, Mom? That's the reason to why Tracy blackmailed me into marriage with Melissa. She must know all the info. And that's why the both of you lot are trying to just tell him already, Julie. Adam, and as Julie went to where Adam is, I'd rather for you to hear it from me than anybody else. Your father is Ben Grimes. Ben Grimes? Wait a sec. Ben Grimes as in Tracy's husband, who's dead. Yeah, Ben is your father. I am so sorry that you have to hear it like this under these circumstances. Meanwhile, at the Grand Baptist Church in the women's dressing room, Lucy and Rachel are talking. Mom, you got my message? Yeah, I did. So, you really going to marry? Mom, I love him, and there's nothing you or my father or any of my family's gonna say that's gonna change my mind. Now, why would I do that? Because I know you quite well, Mom. Do you really? Yeah, I do. With this reverse psychology you're trying to pull, saying that you support me when deep inside you don't give a damn about my marriage. Wrong. You're my daughter, and whatever choice you make, I will stand by your side. Meanwhile, in the men's dressing room, Holden and Bobby are talking. You really think Jack would try to stop your wedding? I wouldn't doubt it, man. Not even for a mere second. Which is why I am not gonna let it happen at all. In fact, I've already taken measures to prevent that from happening. What do you mean? Just wait and see. And as Holden and Bobby went and left the men's dressing room, heading down the hall. Meanwhile, in the courtyard, Jack, Sheldon, and Nate are talking. Dude, I'm certain you'll find a way to make it happen. And as Alice came to where they are, and they all saw, they're about to start. Good luck. And as Sheldon and Nate got up and left with Alice, just as Jack got his iPhone out and pulled up the picture of Lucy, and as he thinking, no way I'm giving up on you. And as he in turn began calling someone, just as two security guards came to where he is. Your name is Jack, right? And as Jack saw them, yeah, who's asking? And more importantly, what's going on? We've been instructed to have you removed from the premises till after the wedding. Says Holden, right? I know he's ordering you to do it. We're not exactly here to disclose the claim of the order. Of course not. Either way, we can do this the easy way or the hard way. But in the end, it is totally your call here. Meanwhile, in the recreation room, Carly and Victoria are talking. I have nothing to say to you. I do. Let Lucy and Holden get married today. Why am I listening to you when it seems your husband's been causing quite a stir lately? Lucy and Holden are really happy for each other. And I know your mom's trying to sabotage and don't even bother to deny. See to it that it don't happen. Last I recall, I don't take orders from you. Oh, I forgot. You don't. Maybe this picture might change your mind. And as Victoria got her iPhone up and pulled up the picture and showed Carly, and she saw her and Nate kissing each other. Wow, cute. You managed to find two people to pose who look exactly like Nate and I. Give it up, Carly. It's you and you know it. And if you don't stop your mom, then everyone's gonna find out about your little affair with Nate Valentine's. And as Victoria put the iPhone up, the choice is yours. As Victoria went and left the recreation room just as Samuel and Thomas came in, and Carly saw just as they arrived. What was that about? Nothing. Anyways, the wedding is about to start. You don't want this to happen as much as we do. We just have to be happy for her. Meanwhile, in the sanctuary, as most of the people are here for Lucy and Holden's wedding, let's get to Chelsea, Tracy, Vanessa, and Jeff who are talking. Seems you don't wanna listen, Mom? Back off! I'll deal with you later. Actually, you won't. I'm not gonna let you blackmail me into leaving Vanessa at all. That's cute. And as Holden and Bobby came to where they are, Mate, haven't you realized by now she's dating me? Mom, places. The wedding as we know it is about to start. And as Holden and Bobby head to the front area, while Jeff turned and faced Vanessa. Seriously? Are you really dating this Bobby dude? You seem surprised. Can you please do one? Sorry, the news is in process. Now, let us take our place. And as everyone went and took their respective spots, just as Carly began to walk down the aisle, followed by Sheldon and Alice, and then Vanessa and Jeff, who are talking. What the hell is going on? Don't worry, I'll fill you in. I trust you. It's not like you're cheating on me. And as Vanessa has a flashback back in the conference room at the school of her and Andrew making out. And as she pull up Andrew's shirt, just in time for him to pick her up and carry her to the wall. And as they continue making out. And as flashback in, with them arriving at their place. You okay? Yeah, I am. And as Rachel began coming down the aisle and went and sat on the bride's side, just as Victoria and Thomas also went down the aisle next, and as they began talking. You seem joyful lately. It's a wedding, and Holden is a good guy. Really? Then why Holden's not my guy? And as they arrive and stand in their respective place, just as Nate came in and sat in the back, and as Victoria began eyeing at Carly, who saw her, and as Lucy came to the sanctuary along with her father, and as everyone got up and turned and saw them there, and as Samuel looked at his daughter, and she saw him. You ready for this? Yeah, I am. And as Samuel began escorting Lucy, his daughter, down the aisle,